What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you're feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. One vital thing that we all need to survive in this world, and most people wake up every day trying to figure out a way to make some, is money. That little green piece of paper makes the difference in the way you live, food you eat, the lifestyle you can provide for yourself and family. Some like to say for the love of money is the root of all evil, because for that paper, people will definitely go all in and do things they probably never thought they would do. While some feel like money is not everything and they are content with the little they have, others are gung-ho on making more and more. You hear it all the time, probably even coming from yourself, saying something like, I would love to take off today and sleep in, but I can't afford it. I gotta go make this money. So when a friend, family member, or associate falls a little short and might need a few dollars from you, most of us that come from the struggle and knows how it feels to go without might not mind lending a helping hand. The smart thing to do would be, if you do loan out the cash, take it as a loss. Don't even look forward to being paid back. And if you can't really afford it, just say, nah fam, I don't got it like that right now and I can't afford to give it. But most of the time, people will give in, even if it's their last, for somebody they love or are close to. But they definitely will let them know, like, I need this back. That's when things get tricky for both parties. The person who loaned the money are waiting for you to call, saying I got your bread, or every time they see you, it's a topic of conversation. The person who got the loan might not have shook back as fast as they thought they would. And as we all know, that's when problems start. And beef about money usually always goes left. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it right outside of Atlanta to Decatur, Georgia, to discuss the case of a fallout between longtime friends over money that took a crazy turn. Back in 2022, 48-year-old Quinlan Parker was navigating life in Georgia. Described as a gentle giant, 6'5", 270 pounds, he was a protector, loved his peoples, and worked hard to provide for his family. Quinlan had a wife, and the couple were both trying to maintain and live a decent life. They had an apartment in Decatur, Georgia, and maintained a healthy social life as well, with family and friends. Quinlan was stated to be the type of person to stay very social. He would pick up the phone every day, call everybody in his contact list just to chop it up and check in on them. He had many friends, including an older gentleman he had known for some years. At the time, 63-year-old Ricky Carter. The two men would often hang out either in Stone Mountain at Ricky's place or at Quentin's apartment, or go out and have a few beers. They had a solid bond and had been locked in for a minute. Ricky was stated to be a laid-back older guy with a military background, serving the country as a Marine. He had made a decent life for himself, but unfortunately, he had fell ill and had cancer. But the older man didn't let that stop him from having fun though. Early January of that year, Quinlan had fell a little short on cash. He called Ricky and asked him to borrow some money. The amount was petty, just $35. Being a friend, the older man agreed and told him, as long as you pay me back, it's no problems. After that, it was business as usual. The friends still saw each other on a regular basis and kicked it daily as days went by. But as those days turned into weeks, Ricky became a little frustrated about his money. On January 28th, 2022, Quinlan headed to work like any other day. After his shift and he returned home, he was greeted by his wife and teenage stepdaughter. He settled down, but not long after, it was a knock on the door. When he opened it up, it was Ricky. Not out the ordinary, he let his friend in. The two men talked for a minute. Ricky, feeling like Quinlan had gotten paid already, Asked him, like, you got that $35 for me? I let you borrow. In which Quinlan stated, not yet. After that, Ricky became irritated, and the conversation turned into an argument. Hearing the commotion, Quinlan's wife and stepdaughter came out to the living room, and the teen, like most teens, grabbed her phone and started recording. After a few minutes of going back and forth, a shot went off, and people heard screams coming from the apartment. They called local police. When they arrived to the scene, they found Quinlan's wife trying to perform CPR on a man, as he had been shot in the chest. But unfortunately, it was too late, and he was pronounced gone on the scene. They asked his wife what happened, in which his wife and stepdaughter stated it was an argument about money, and they told police Quinlan's friend Ricky had shot the man in the chest. They even had a recorded video. As police went on a hunt for Ricky, it wouldn't take too long for them to track him down. As they picked the man up and took him in for questioning, he never confessed to shooting his friend. But with 2 eyewitnesses and video, he was still taken into custody, charged with first-degree hit. While awaiting trial on no bail at the DeKalb County Jail, he reached out to the news station, stating he was innocent and that he had been denied his cancer medicine and chemotherapy, leading to the man having a stroke. Ricky felt he wouldn't make it to his court date, but if he did, he told everyone he would prove that he was innocent and that he didn't shoot his friend. As Quinlan's family were left to pick up the pieces after losing their provider and protector over $35, they couldn't believe Ricky would do that. As the case started making its way to court, Ricky, after realizing they had a video, claimed he did shoot his friend, but it was out of fear and self-defense, claiming the much bigger man was about to put hands on him when he asked him about his money. But the video showed something different. Quinlan's stepdaughter, who was 13 at the time, had recorded the encounter. It showed the brief back and forth. Then Ricky upped the gun and shot Quinlan in the chest. With that, it wouldn't take long for Ricky to be found guilty on all charges. And at 65 years old, he was sentenced to life in prison plus 5 years. Rest in peace to Quinlan. I send my prayers and condolences to his family, especially his wife and stepdaughter, who had to witness that. When this story first came out, people had mixed feelings and emotions. Some felt Quinlan should have just paid his debt and felt Ricky, being older and sick, needed his money. Others felt he still shouldn't have took his friend's life over $35. He probably was going to give it back in a couple of days. But I want to know your thoughts on the situation. And have you yourself ever loaned or borrowed money from a family member or a friend, and for whatever reasons, causing y'all to fall out or things go left? Let me know your experiences in the comments. And remember, we gotta succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, crazy story. Rest in peace to Quinlan. I definitely send my prayers to his family. $35. That's super petty. 65 years old, sitting in the cell for the rest of your life, already sick. That's terrible. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. That's another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.